Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks have done something no team apparently has ever done. And that is they have just won 3 straight basketball games in the playoffs by 25 plus points. In Game 5 against the Atlanta Hawks, they won by 29 points. In Game 6 against the Atlanta Hawks, they beat the brakes off them. They beat them by 51 points. And last night against the Philadelphia 76ers, they won by 39 points. All right. And man, look, I'm not a Knicks fan, but if I was, I'd be feeling like I'm about to win a championship. I'm not going to lie. Like, a lot of people think Knicks fans are annoying. All I'm saying, if this was y'all's team, bro, y'all would be feeling fantastic. But the New York Knicks last night defeated the Philadelphia 76ers by 39 points. And really, did anyone in Philly have a good game? I don't. Maybe one of the bench guys. I turned the game off after 3 quarters because NBC does not know how to schedule correctly. And the game wasn't worth watching at that point. They were up 27 points. I'm like, well, I've already missed a quarter of the other game. Might as well turn that on instead. All right, this game is over. So, the Knicks beat the Sixers. Okay, Jalen Brunson, 27 points in the first half. He was unstoppable. He missed like 4 shots. All right, he might have missed 4 shots the entire game, as a matter of fact. OG Anunoby playing fantastic. All right, maybe the best basketball of his career, not just this postseason, but this entire season. Karl Anthony Towns was knocking down shots. He was in a little bit of foul trouble, but still playing good. Mikal Bridges felt like all of March and April, people were making a big deal about Mikal Bridges and, is he really good? Did the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, and he's shooting 3% from the field and 1% from 3 over the last however many games? This brother's cooking. This brother was cooking last night. He was cooking against Atlanta. I think the Mikal Bridges people expect is the Mikal Bridges we've been getting over the last, at least week of basketball from the Knicks. Meanwhile, while the Knicks are playing fantastic, they're firing on all cylinders, they're blowing all these teams out, game after game after game, that Tyler Kolek is actually getting to play consecutively. All right, Tyler Kolek's playing multiple games in a row. All right, crazy. Meanwhile, while the Knicks are cooking, the Sixers are not. Okay, Joel Embiid, not a very good game, okay? Like, at halftime, I think he was like 3 for 10. The only dude who was actually, like, playing good for Philly was Paul George. Paul George, man. He was playing good. The rest of the team, I don't know about them. Kelly Oubre couldn't guard Jalen Brunson. No one could guard Jalen Brunson, to be honest. Tyrese Maxey, disappointing first half. And, I guess that's pretty much all he played, right? I can't imagine. I don't remember exactly. And that's pretty much all he played. The Sixers didn't really play their starters very much in the third quarter, if at all, actually. The game was already lost. Like, what are you going to do? You're down 30, brother. And they lost by 39. So, Mike Brown kept his starters in pretty much all of the third quarter while they were playing against, Dominic Barlow and whoever else. Whoever else was on the Sixers bench that they put in the game. And they were just, they were crushing them. So Philly, in the half of basketball that they played that was actually competitive, their starters were not good. Embiid was not good. Maxey was not good. Paul George, he was good. Oubre didn't do much. Edgecombe, he wasn't doing a whole lot. All right. Just, wow. The Knicks are just blowing everybody out. They are blowing everybody out. 3 straight games where they've won by 29, 51, and 39. Again, if I was a Knicks fan, all right, and I'm not. I'm a Suns fan, okay? Suns are already out of the playoffs. If I'm a Knicks fan, I'm feeling fantastic. All right, orange and blue skies, as Stephen A. Smith says. I'm seeing orange and blue skies. So if I was a Knicks fan, I'd be feeling great. If I was a Spurs fan, not as great. I'm not worried necessarily, but man, the Spurs lost last night. I still think the Spurs are going to win this series, but man, y'all lost to this undermanned, beat up, hurt Timberwolves team. Come on. Everybody's pointing at Wemby saying, oh, he's why they lost. Wemby, 5 for 17 from the field, 0 for 8 from 3. Yikes. However, I've seen people say he just straight up had a bad game. I don't know about that. He did have 15 rebounds, 12 blocks, and 5 assists. Like, he set the playoff record for blocks. I'm not going to sit here and chalk that up to, yeah, bad game. I think basketball is a little more complex than your field goal percentage. Although I will say it was ridiculous for him to shoot 8 threes. Like, once you miss the first 4, get in the paint, buddy. Once you miss the first 2, get in the paint. All right, get a bucket in there, brother. Come on, we know you can shoot the ball, but, dude, you're 7'5". Come on. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox had a rough first half. And Steph Castle and Dylan Harper, they were hooping, though. They were hooping. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves just keep seeming to get these wins, despite the fact they are the underdog in, like, maybe every game they've played this year. They've been the underdog, and they keep getting the wins. They beat the Denver Nuggets, who have one of the best players in the world, Nikola Jokic. They have Jamal Murray, who was having a career year. They had to be the underdogs, and they went up 3-1, and they won in 6 games. In a closeout game where they were missing Anthony Edwards, Dante DiVincenzo, Ayo Dosunmu, and Kyle Anderson. Half of those players they were missing in the game last night as well, and they still beat the Spurs. And look, you got to give it up to the Timberwolves. They're having a great postseason. Timberwolves are having a great postseason. But to be honest, I still think the Spurs are going to win this game. Everyone's talking about Wemby's offense. Everybody's talking about Wemby's offense. I think Wemby might just drop 30 in the next game against the Timberwolves. I think he might just drop 30. I don't know if the Timberwolves are going to win another game this series. All right? Now, they very well could. I don't think they're going to win this series, but they could win. They could make it a tough series for the Spurs, but I could see them not winning a single other game this entire series. I'm being so honest. Like, after that offensive game, Wemby might just go crazy the next 4 games and win 4 straight. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, in a few hours, it'll be the Pistons versus the Cavaliers starting their first game of the series. And then the Lakers versus the Thunder. As we all know, when it comes to the Lakers, it's OKC, it's KFC, it's UFC, it's Lakers in 5.